What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Backyard Beer Tastings. My name is Toby. I'm from beercoasterspodcast.com and from beautiful San Diego right here in my backyard. I'm trying some more beer for you. And today I am trying El Conquistador. This is from Mission Brewery out of San Diego, California. And I picked this one up because I thought it would go perfect with our Dead Men Sip No Ales series. So I thought I'd throw this in on the spin-off show here of Backyard Beer Tastings. We have done multiple Dead Men Sip No Ales or pirate-themed shows. You can go back to beercoasterspodcast.com, look through all the different Dead Men episodes. We just did our 6th one, and they're always a great time. They're always fun. There's always a really cool intro voiceover, and it's a lot of fun. It's a pirate themed beer show, so how could you go wrong? Anyway, back to the El Conquistador. This is a session IPA from Mission Brewery. Mission Brewery's website is missionbrewery.com. They don't offer up really any information on this beer. You have to go to Untapped or other beer websites to get any information. I'm just going to tell you what's on the bottle. It's 4.8% ABV, and they use Centennial hops from the Yakima Valley. And Pilot hops. Centennial and Pilot hops. So let's crack it. Put it in the glass. Now the style session IPA, it's just basically, low ABV IPA. When they first came out a few years back, I don't think they had it down yet, the brewing process down quite yet. It always seemed to be just hop water on a few of the session IPAs that I had when they first started to hit the scene. But I think nowadays they've figured it out, a better balance with session IPAs. Of course, they're always still hop forward, and they focus more on the flavor of the hops, the aroma of the hops, not so much. And you can drink a few of them and not worry too much. So it pours out very golden in color. It's kind of a light honey color. Got nice fat Yeti finger ahead there on the nose. Ooh, I really get the bitterness of the hops is popping out. It's like that dry bitterness. It's like when you're brewing beer and it's funny because it has more of a hop pellet. I don't know why I always get that with some of these hop aromas. It smells like hop pellets versus whole leaf. So I don't know if maybe it's just the Centennial and being kind of the Centennial being one of those really base bittering hops that a lot of brewers use. It's kind of like a base. Like we need to throw in Centennial or even maybe Cascade or something like that. So it kind of just has like a really plain basic hop aroma. Kind of getting some herbalness in there, some earthy grassiness. Yeah, that's kind of it. I'm not really picking up on any really graininess from the malt just yet. So let's take a sip. Cheers. Taking a sip, yeah. Very floral. There's a little kind of a perfuminess in there, and that you do get some of the the kind of toasted breadiness from the malts. It's pretty well balanced, and you do finish with a nice dry bitterness. A little bit of there is an interesting floral aftertaste. It's it has a nice bite to it, but it's not in the initial sip. The bite comes in the aftertaste as it dries up, leaves you with a little tingliness on the tongue. It's not super crisp. I mean, it is a little bit refreshing, but it's not, it doesn't have any kind of a real crispness to it. I mean, it is easy drinking. Now I'm getting kind of a twiggy, kind of woodiness in there. It's a little different from your typical San Diego IPAs. I mean, there's really no tropical fruitiness in this, which you get with most of the San Diego IPAs. Lots of tropical and fruity, candy-like stuff. But it's more along the lines of earthy, and there's a little sweetness coming through, and it's kind of an apricot in there. Yeah, I'd say it's like apricot. So all in all, giving it a rating out of 5 pints is how we do it on the Beer Coasters podcast. 5 being the perfect pint. I'll give it a 3. I think it's worth checking out. There's nothing really offensive about it. It's not overly hoppy. It's not smacking me in the face with hops. It has a different kind of it has an interesting hop profile. It's not your typical West Coast or I should say Southern California style of IPA, but it's drinkable. It's not offensive. It's pretty well made. It's got a decent balance to it for a session IPA. So I'm gonna give it a 3. I think it's not bad. So don't forget to check out beercoasterspodcast.com and click the like button here on YouTube and leave us a comment. What's some of your favorite session IPAs? I know it's kind of somewhat of a controversial subject among beer geeks. Some beer geeks hate them, and so anyway, what do you think? What's some of your favorite session IPAs? Leave us a comment below. beercoasterspodcast.com. We're on Twitter. We're on Facebook. We are on iTunes and Stitcher. You can subscribe to the podcast in iTunes and Stitcher, and it's a free podcast, free downloads. You can download it straight from the website. So thanks for joining me for another episode of Backyard Beer Tastings, and see you next time. Cheers. El Conquistador.